To ask a question, please use the raise hand function in Zoom and unmute when you're called on. We'd like to give every outlet the opportunity to ask a question before we allow for follow-ups. Please direct your questions to a particular player or coach. If your question is for the broader group, please call on someone who you'd like to begin that answer. Now let's open it up with questions for Team Liquid. We'll begin with Jay Silver from Game Elevate.
Hey guys, my question is for Santorin. Santorin, I know this has been a rather difficult split for you, but I still want to look ahead to Worlds. What is, for you, in your view, how does it feel to be returning back to Worlds and representing North America?
I mean, right now it feels awful. I didn't perform well today, and for me, I mean, this kind of meant everything for me, so I'm still looking forward for Worlds, but my performance today was not something that I want to show to Worlds, obviously, so this is it's a learning step for me, for sure.
Next question from Degon from Venny Sports.
Hey friends, obviously all of us that have been covering you have seen your growth throughout playoffs, and you guys had a lot of momentum. So this one goes out to everyone, but we'll start with Core JJ. What happened today? What do you think happened today against 100 Thieves in your opinion?
I mean, past week when you played well, we played well since we played well from the even practice. I mean, this week was a little bit more harder than usual week, and then we couldn't perform well compared to our previous weeks.
Did anyone else want to add to that?
I can speak to it. I think 100 Thieves has played well today. Respect to them. They showed up on the day and we didn't. And sometimes that happens.
Next question from Pedro Romero from GameZo.
Hello everyone. Commiserations on your playoffs run. This question goes out to Kold. Many people will look back on this series regarding specifically on the non-ban towards Viego for 100 Thieves, in which Closer then used to perform pretty well. And so I'd like to know what was the rationale in not selecting Viego, or not banning Viego in the draft in those first two games.
We were pretty happy with the trade we got in the games, and that's why. I think we have shown in practice we can beat it, and we just didn't do it today. I think in hindsight, it makes sense to have that thought process. Maybe we should have banned it, maybe we shouldn't. Can't change the past. We decided on it, and we stand by it. Maybe there's some afterthought after, like reevaluating whether or not it was the right decision, but we thought in the moment that it was the right decision.
Next question from Nick from Invin Global.
Hey all, thanks for your time. Jensen, I wanted to ask you something regarding Worlds. At the beginning of spring, we were talking about the overall mid lane pool following Bjergsen's retirement, and how while there were some competitors with perks and everything, that you felt like the overall mid lane pool hadn't quite reached that level that it had when you and Bjergsen were kind of the two guys at the top. Now that the season is over and NA is sending 3 relatively strong mid laners in yourself, Perks, and Abadage, do you feel like this class of North American mid laners, albeit all European in this case, can match or exceed the potential of previous mid lane I guess, players who are attending Worlds on LCS teams?
It's hard to say. It's feels probably about the same. if not maybe even slightly worse. I don't think the mid lane, I guess, pool was too hot this summer, at least. I think there wasn't like any mid laner where I was like, wow, this guy played really well. Besides, I think Jisuke played really well individually, but other than that, I think, you know, it feels kind of similar to last year. I mean, I think the mid laners can for sure go toe to toe with the other mid laners from China and Korea, but I don't think it didn't feel like it got better from last year. Yeah.
Next question from Parks from Upcomer.
Hey there, I have a question for Kold. Yesterday in the press conference, I believe it was Jack said something about these are the best 3 teams that NA has ever sent to Worlds. As a coach and as someone who is obviously studying the other 2 teams that are going along with yourself, how do you feel like NA will do at Worlds this year? Jack also mentioned he thinks all 3 teams could get out of groups into brackets, which is incredibly bold. How do you feel about that?
How do I feel about that? To be honest, I hadn't really put much thought into it before now. I think individually we have players that can make it. Just whether or not the team play will allow it to it. I think, and also how the bootcamp goes. So we will see in a month and a half's time. I think the potential is there, but it really depends on what kind of teams show up, because I think if anything, this season has shown the highs and the lows of all of the teams going. So if the teams that are representing NA show up with their highs, I think it's a very fair assessment that they can make it out.
Next question from Travis Gafford. Trying to get him to unmute.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Sorry. This question's for Santorin. I know that this has been a really tough year for you with lots of challenges. How are you holding up right now, and where's your head at?
I mean, obviously, playing like I did and we did today, going 0-3 against 100 Thieves, that's, in my head, I mean, unforgivable. I feel like for our playoffs, we were the stronger team, and I personally didn't show up today. So when it comes to how I feel personally, I don't feel great right now, but I'm still looking forward to Worlds, and I'm hoping that with some time I can come back to, go to Worlds and actually like prove ourselves as players and as a team. Because quite frankly, I didn't show up today, and that's not something I can let myself down on.
Any other questions for Team Liquid? Shay Robson from Dexerto.
This question is for Kold. Last week you went against 100 Thieves and the series was pretty close, a 3-2 result. Despite it being really close, do you think you underestimated 100 Thieves today?
Maybe. I don't think so. I think they just showed up and we didn't. I think it's pretty apparent to when you see our guys that this game mattered a lot for some of us, or for every one of us. And sometimes the pressure can make more harm than use. And I think that is maybe part of the reason why we lost today.
Next question from Dustin from esports.gg.
Hey guys, commiserations on the loss today. What are some things you're going to be working on heading towards Worlds here?
I'll take that one. I think first of all, this split and the season has been a very, very stressful season for our entire team, and we need to use the next weeks to rest and recharge. And after that, we will be bringing full force into the boot camp and preparing there. But this season has been very long for all of them. And first step in order to be able to perform at Worlds is to get some rest.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Digon.
Hey, Alfari, you've now completed your first year here in the LCS. Obviously, two finalist appearances are great for most people. How do you feel about this specific performance against 100 Thieves?
I mean, I don't feel good or happy about this performance, obviously. Going 0-3, even losing 3-2 is not good enough. It's not what I play for. So I feel pretty bad because I want to come first and we didn't. So it sucks pretty much.
Any other questions for Team Liquid? Go ahead, Digon.
Yeah, I got to get a quote from you too, Tactical. Obviously, you've been here on winning and losing sides here. Kind of want to get your thoughts on how you're feeling right now.
I'm feeling pretty sad. To me, the game meant a lot. We couldn't win.
Thanks.
All right. If there are no more questions for Team Liquid, that concludes the press conference. Team Liquid, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.